2, 1.
Good morning. I realized right before we got on, I had these chairs like all lined up, Carla Marie.
Yeah.
And then you just, you like zoomed it away. So I'm trying to like bounce over. Watch your foot so I don't break it.
If I move the chair?
I don't know, because I don't like asking you to move. I don't know. Welcome. Today is October 12th. And there is some big sports news going on. Obviously, we're going to talk about just random crap. And I think we're going to have a little appearance from little baby Jake.
Happy birthday to B. Chantilly in the chat.
Oh, wrong one.
That was my
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
There we go. Happy birthday. Wow. Thank you, Scotty Jason. I think you just gifted 10 tier 1 subs.
Why?
Thank you very, very much for that. Zadie, thank you for extending your tier 1 sub. Man, there's a lot going on in the chat, and we're already through Hype Train level 3. And like we say all the time, actually, Carla Marie, you're doing like a little research report on Twitch.
Yes.
Why don't you explain to everyone who may not be familiar how a Hype Train starts, what it is, how you participate?
A hype train kicks off when a bunch of support events happen at the same time. So that's when people follow or gift bits or gift subs, which Scotty Jason just did, or when people actually subscribe on their own, whether it's an Amazon Prime sub or a regular sub. Enough things kind of have to happen at once for it to trigger, and then a countdown begins. And it basically encourages people in the chat to try to complete the hype train, because Twitch, like, back to its original roots, everything is gamified in Twitch.
I actually like it.
Me too.
I'm a big fan.
And yeah, so the goal is to complete the hype train by everyone continuing to do the things that kicked off the hype train.
And right now we're at Hype Train level 5. If anyone cannot see the chat, we are 23% of the way there to completing Hype Train level 5. And when we do, we take shots.
Yes.
Also, I saw that Chris in Austin, Texas reminded everyone to take their immunity gummies, and I got my immunity shot right here. I will say, and I talked about this before I went to Spain, along with, being a somewhat healthy person, getting my vaccination shots and stuff for the flu shot and everything else.
We got to do that.
This is what I make sure I travel with anytime I travel. So if I'm getting on a plane, a train, whatever, I take one of these every day for my travel. It's an immunity shot. You've got, let's see, what's the little tagline here?
Go Jeep.
High loading elderberry.
Elderberry.
And zinc and vitamin C.
We actually have a meeting there today.
Yeah, there's some big things that are going to be happening.
I'm excited. And I saw you had said before we went on, Anthony said, did everyone take their vitamins today? And someone said, oh, thanks for the reminder. I got to take my blood pressure meds. And I was like, we're at the point in our lives where we should do a daily reminder.
Is that your mom or is that someone in the chat?
No, someone in the chat.
Doesn't your mom have blood pressure medication or something?
My mom's got all of it. But I'm saying I think we need to start doing a daily reminder of everyone take their medication, because we're at that level.
We can just... This is my little vitamin pill case. See? I put my little You Look Great sticker on there. I do say little in front of everything. Also, I see we have Danny from Florida. And then I saw we also have another name in here. Miguel, Miami, Florida. MIAFL. Thank you to everyone who puts where they're from.
I appreciate it.
Or at least an easily readable username.
Shout out to Brian, Augie, and Miguel for gifting bits. I don't know if you said that.
I did?
You did?
Or I saw. I didn't say anything.
And thank you to everyone who's shouting out my hair. It was a
look good.
Last minute thing. My inspo is Rachel, a.k.a. Jackson from The Circle.
I don't know. Is that the most recent episode or season?
Yeah.
I have not watched any of that. I did when you were watching the last season of The Circle. I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I don't know if I could sit down and watch a full thing.
I was watching on the plane, and your brother was like, so you just watch people sit in an apartment? And I was like, yes.
Kim from Connecticut, thank you very much for subscribing with Prime.
Who's Jake the man? He said, love you guys. That was the first thing he ever said in here.
Jake probably forgot his old password.
No,
and made a new one.
He would have never came in saying love you guys.
That's true. 73% of the way there through Hype Train level 5.
Unless he's talking to everyone else. The Beaver Man, thank you. You look great. Subscribe for 7 months.
We're actually almost at our sub goal for the month. We're actually not that far off. But we have time this month. We don't have to rush it like we did last month.
I don't know if I should laugh or be offended by this, but RS Photography said, "Good morning. I'm listening/watching from upstate New York. Love you guys, but one question: whose dorm room are you?"
This would be my room. It's gonna be going under a huge overhaul soon.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully, but this is kind of just the best we can make it at the moment. It's not bad. With the LED strip, it is very LED or dorm roomy.
This was my studio where I would record my podcast, and then during the pandemic, this is where I started doing our radio show from. And then Anthony moved in, and now it's Anthony's room and our studio.
Yeah, like I sleep right there.
He does.
In a very little bed. Mm-hmm. What else do we have here? I'm just waiting now. We have 30 seconds to get through Hype Train level 5, and I think Audrey may have just pulled us over the edge. Pushed us over the edge? Pulled us over the edge? I don't know.
I don't really want to go over the edge.
You've gone over the edge with the that charity.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Like 3 times we've done that.
There we go, Carla Marie. So
Ooh, we did it?
We did it.
1,200 bits.
Thank you very much. 19 subs, 1,200 bits. Thank you, everybody.
1,200 bits was $1,200, but not from you guys, from like Amazon.
Well, here's the interesting thing. There is a program we can use. We actually use it. That's how you see like the Hype Cup and stuff on the screen. There is a way to turn on a tips function.
Oh, that's weird though.
But that, I believe, all goes to us. Whereas like subscriptions and gifted subs, I don't know if we make all of that. And I wonder if it's more beneficial for us to just do that.
I mean, it probably is.
I don't know.
Nick Wax says it's not weird at all. It's funny
that's what bits are.
When we first started Twitch and we were about to be able to monetize it, I remember telling my chiropractor, I feel weird doing something where I ask people for money, right? Because everything we've ever done in the past has been supported by ads, radio, podcasts, or we just did podcasts for free, whatever. We never went direct to consumer, if you will. And he was like, but why? You're giving these people content and they're paying all these other platforms. I'd much rather probably get to pay you, a human, than a corporation, which I guess essentially you are a little bit, but they'd much rather it go to you. And that was like the turning point for me. He's actually my therapist. I need to book a new session with my chiropractor.
Ooh, Nick Wax said he mods for about 11 DJs. They all do donations on top of all the other stuff.
Okay.
I wonder if we can just do Prime subscriptions, because that's money you're already paying, and you can just siphon some of that off to us. If we just did Prime subscriptions and tips.
Yeah, but people want if you can't do Prime and you want to actually subscribe, you want the perks of being a subscriber.
That's true.
This is not a time to have this meeting.
It's just an interesting discussion to have.
Gwen, thank you. She said, I like your shirt. I actually got this at Gold Dogs in Ballard like 2 years ago, and they recently got broken into. So
what shirt?
I actually wore this when we did a year in music for Access TV.
Becky from Miami brings up a good point. One day we should just try the tip jar and see if it see if it does. Because I think it will also add to the Hype Cup, so we can still do all the fun stuff with the Hype Cup.
Okay.
I'll figure that out.
We put
and then I'm going to set it up to my Venmo and steal all the money.
You don't even know how to do that.
I don't even know my Venmo password, honestly. Whoa. Oh, shit.
Did you shake it?
No, I didn't shake it.
Shake it.
You don't shake it.
What do you mean you don't shake it?
Why would you shake it?
You have to, because then you get that.
You don't shake this. Oh. There's no need to shake it.
My God.
It's pressurized.
No, you have to.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because then you don't get the weird.
All right, well, I'll take that one.
Did you work at an ice cream place?
No, I did not.
Yes.
Yes? Is that what you just did?
I did. So after
Why would you shake it? I don't understand the whole point of shaking it.
Just stop.
No, because now people in the chat are saying to shake it.
Definitely says shake. The directions. Directions to open, remove pad, shake gently, turn can completely upside down, press nozzle sideways, rinse nozzle.
All right, I guess you got to do it.
Do you ever read the instructions on things you use daily? We're using them all wrong.
No, I don't, ever.
Worked at DQ, always shake it.
Well, Carla Marie?
Okay, after the shot, I'm going to tell Anthony something I purchased that may affect our relationship forever.
Okay, let's go. Cheers. That didn't go as planned.
What happened?
Be right back.
What'd you do?
I spilled it on myself. It's like down my neck.
Oh.
I need a new shirt too.
What does that say? Birthday? Yeah, it says happy birthday. It's an Arabic happy birthday song. And yeah, that's it. It's saying happy birthday, but in English. But it's an Arabic happy birthday song. So earlier, we are going to have baby Jake on the show. It is his birthday, but I don't think he knows that we know it's his birthday because we haven't said anything about it. But if he's watching, he probably knows, even though I'm whispering. Anyway, in a few weeks, I am going to be a part of Growth Week, and I'm going to share the link probably on Thursday. I think they actually just emailed it out this morning. It's a free week-long virtual conference for small business owners, and I'm doing a whole presentation on Twitch. So if you watch live, you can catch my presentation. I'm not even sure. I have to see the schedule of when I'm going. But if there's also like a paid level where you basically get all of the presentations, wow, words, all of the presentations at your, good thing I'm pre-recording my presentation. You get all the presentations at your disposal whenever you want them. But if you just want to check them out occasionally, you can. But I'll drop my link in here on Thursday because if you do purchase, I get the money. Not all of it, but yeah. So don't buy anything from Growth Week until I share my code. But yeah, I'm doing an entire presentation on Twitch. I've been working on, actually not even working on the presentation, working on the stuff surrounding it. And I'll actually share a link in here later this week as well for you to download like the packet that I created for everyone coming to my seminar. It's so
When is that again?
The week of November 1st. I don't know when.
So
What?
here's what happened a second ago.
Oh.
The whipped cream was blocking the actual shot, so I tried to like
That's what happened.
jiggle it, and then it just
Yeah.
that wasn't a good
Yeah.
thing.
Created by Cooper. Anyone have a house they want to rent me? I've been looking for 2 months.
Depends on where, I guess. Okay. I also don't have a house for you to rent. I'm just asking for the rest of the chat.
Emily, how do you feel about the Twitch breach? I mean, not great. We are recommending. We changed our passwords. Everyone change your passwords. Yeah.
Also, I am now just understanding because I'm like researching cybersecurity and internet security a little more. All of our stuff's out there anyway.
Yeah.
The dark web has all of our information. So.
It's like the Dark Lord. We're my Sabrina fans.
Oh, I didn't even know what that was at first. Created by Cooper, anywhere in the Puget Sound. Well, if anyone here knows of anyone renting a house, feel free to reach out to Created by Cooper. What else? Okay, so what did you buy that I'm not supposed to be like a fan of?
It's not a thing. You can think it. So I will tell you what it is first, and I'll drop a link in the chat. Are you looking? And then I will explain how I found this.
Okay.
So on Etsy, I ordered my future husband drawing and reading.
What?
So apparently all I did was order it, and the psychic is going to sketch what she thinks my future husband looks like.
Oh, okay.
And do a reading.
Like with you? She's going to call you on the phone?
No, it gets sent to my email. So this is the link where I ordered it. Oh, that's my email. Hold on.
Okay.
And I found out about it through my friend Dina, who actually wasn't taking it seriously. So if you don't know my friend Dina with the pink hair, owns a hair salon. Over the last few years has actually been studying to become a medium. I've had a reading by her. Went great. That's not like, this is just like ironically tied together because Dina had a friend who sent it to her as a joke, and she was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
She didn't do it as like this is what she believes in as a medium, and she did two. She paid for one that was $8 and one that was like $25.
How much did you pay?
I think it was on sale.
So
but
this
like
person just through your email is supposed to be able to draw and tell you who your future husband is going to be?
So this is the mistake I made. I realized they can just search my name. You search Carla Marie, I come up, and then like you come up.
Okay.
So I'm pissed about that. So I might buy a different one because there's a lot of them and do it from like a fake email and see what happens. But Dina's two guys looked completely different. And the one that was the cheaper drawing was not a good sketch at all. Like, it just wasn't good.
It's like a stick figure?
Well, this says end a reading. So I'm very curious as to what's going to happen. And I'm wondering, should I open it live?
Yeah, absolutely.
And not look at it before?
Absolutely, yeah.
But what if it looks like one of my ex-boyfriends?
That's fine.
Ugh.
Let's see. Danny from Florida said, "Isn't Dina married?"
Not anymore.
Okay. Let's see. Why does I'm not uncomfortable at all. I was just listening. I think when I'm paying attention, people always think I'm mad.
Mm-hmm. Same.
But I was just listening. Yeah. That was it. Coconut Love 75. I think it's a scam. I too think it's a scam.
I also purchased it on our business card because I was like, this is for the show.
I mean, if it's for the show, then you have to open it live.
Okay.
You can't look at it or anything or read anything before the actual show.
I don't.
How long does it take to get that thing read?
I ordered
mailed?
it. What's today? I ordered it Sunday. I think it's in my email already.
The picture?
Yeah. But
why don't we just do it now?
Should we do it now? Well, we have Jake coming on. We can do it on Thursday.
Okay. We'll do it on Thursday.
I don't know if they have future wife drawings. We'll do it.
I mean, if there is one, I would do it. I don't
care. One of your ex-girlfriends, I would burn it.
No, I don't even think that would happen. Like that's all of that is gone. I think it would be really interesting to see if they just drew someone that I've never seen before, because then I'd be like out on a mission.
So get this. I don't know if I'm supposed to be putting Dina's business out there, but just this short story of it was the one guy that was drawn actually looked like a guy she had matched with on a dating app a few months ago. And she had swiped on him, and he had just swiped on her and popped up again. And she was like, "Oh my god!" And we were sitting there comparing him.
How did it actually look like him, or was it like,
no,
this?
It did.
We'll see.
But yeah, it's true, Jen. If it actually looks like you, then maybe she Googled. Could you imagine this person?
I mean, I wonder
if it
if
looks like Baby Jake. I'm running.
It's interesting because I guess I would have to make like a fake email address. Because I think all of my email addresses have at least Anthony in it.
I have a fake email address.
Then you should have used that.
I know. I realized after. Guys, don't go start DMing Dina about her personal life because I don't know how much of this I was supposed to reveal.
Let's see.
What if it looks like Anthony's brother? Well, then I'm just going to chalk it up to being Anthony.
It would just look like, both of my brothers, we all have very similar traits. Let's see.
Sweet Carol said, I love when CM laughs so much he can't talk. I'm usually not looking at you guys, so when I hear silence, I just start laughing. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Let's see. Yeah, I would be 100% okay with all of this. And then, but here's the problem. If let's say I do it, Carla Marie, and there's the picture looks like no one I've ever seen before in my life.
And then you see her?
And then but then I have to start like searching to see if I actually connect with this person. Because
what if this is what ruins our whole?
Here's the thing: if you're gonna believe in crystals and all the other, and the moon telling you how you're supposed to act and all those dumbass things,
crystals right there.
Then I guess this is right in that alley.
Okay, they're not dumbass things. Crystals are real.
No, crystals themselves are real. I understand that.
Crystals have been here before we have. They
So
were
is dirt.
part of the planet and dirt. So maybe be one with the dirt. Go lay in it.
Let's see. My follow got turned off. I'll turn that ish back on.
I'll bury you in some dirt if you want to feel it. Oh, that is a great question, Be Harsh. If it doesn't look like you, I'll post it to Instagram and be like, any of you look like this guy?
You should. Wait, my first name dot me.
They're just saying what their emails are.
Oh,
Vanessa has, I think it was Vanessa. Oh, I've been married twice. I have 3 different emails with each a different last name.
Do you have to like forward emails from one to another?
I was saying how like this generation of women is the first generation to have like, we all had our licenses. That was a personal thing that we would just change when you got married if you changed your last name, which most did. But now we have so many of these public facing things that have our names and our identity. And I think that's part of the reason why so many women are like, wait, why am I changing my last name? This is what like my work email is, my Instagram, my whatever email, like all of it. So that I think is part of the reason why a lot of women are actually like feeling it for the first time.
I agree. I think like I was actually just emailing one of our former interns who is now married, and I had to ask her for her email address, and it's her old email or her old last name. She changed it. It's changed everywhere else.
But her email.
But that's like one of the things with emails is, I mean, just like your phone number, if you have the same one for a long time, it's a bitch to change it over.
Yeah, you can forward it. But my mom was a feminist badass and kept her name hyphenated. Who I just like jumped.
There it is, right there.
Oh,
Dana HP.
Dana Harry Potter.
Or HP, like the printers.
Probably. If so, if you work for HP, we could use a printer.
Jake will be on with us probably through Google Meet if that works. Did you send him the link?
I did.
Okay. Actually, we just got a bunch of follows recently, so thank you to Dylan, to Renee, to Hoochiwawa, which is a fantastic username. And then something else, ADB something.
Well,
bunch of letters.
Where'd you guys come from? Because I tweeted the other day that we are so close to 10,000 Twitch followers, so please come help.
We're kind of close. Let's see. I made my maiden name my legal middle name because I didn't have a middle name.
That's what I would do, but I have so many names.
I always think about the hyphenated last name, and I think if you and your partner are getting married and you both have short last names, that's really cool. I just keep thinking my kid's going to end up being a professional athlete in some sport, and then they're going to have to put all those damn letters on the back of a jersey. And it's just not cool, you know?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but if you had babies with me, there ain't no professional athletes coming out of here. That's for sure.
We'll see what the person draws. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's like some very tall Swedish woman who can throw the javelin, and then we have javelin babies. And that kid ends up being... I was
like, how is it going to be Swedish? I forgot. We'll see what the person draws. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, everyone's saying that they got unfollowed during the hack.
Oh.
Come back and follow us.
That's weird because on our page, I don't think it showed that we lost a significant amount of followers, but maybe that happened in the last 24 hours or so.
Court, my last name doubled in length when I got married, and it's an adjustment.
Yeah, it is interesting that as a guy, I've never really even thought about that.
Mine would only be one more letter, but it would sound a lot different.
Again, it depends on who this psychic on Etsy draws for you. We're not making any assumptions here.
No, we're not. But just saying.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Well, either way, make sure if you're watching right now, check to make sure you're following this page, this account on Twitch. And if you're not, hit that little heart button so that we can get that follow.
Who was I was talking to, and I don't want to throw them under the bus. It was someone who's often in this chat. If you're in here, you know who you are. And they had given me their email, and they were like, hold on, it's a long one. And they're like, I'm Polish, or my husband is Polish, whatever it was. It was a very long last name. And she's like, I'm actually changing my last name back. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, I changed it over, and it just became too difficult with work, and I guess... the story, I don't want to get the story wrong, but I think she just graduated and got like her schooling, all of her schooling stuff. She's like got PhD, all of that is her maiden name. So she's like, I don't want to, like, that's who I am. That's where all my documents are under. I think it was like her MD, all of this stuff.
I get it.
And she's like, so I'm actually changing it back. And I was like, that's crazy. And I was like, what does your husband think of that? She's like, meh, doesn't care.
I know a lot of women that will change it legally, but at work and stuff and on social, they won't change anything. My older sister didn't. Mikey0875, thank you very much for the subscription. I also want to talk about sports real quick.
Oh, wait, really quick, because I saw Nara in here, and I've been waiting for her to come in here.
Okay.
Nara, Anthony and I need to come get flu shots at Fred Meyer, but I wanted to come when you're there, so, like, what's your schedule?
You can also message us not here
Yeah,
on
but, like, I didn't know
Twitch.
her Instagram.
Oh, no, I'm saying she can message us.
Yeah.
On Instagram or something.
Okay. Fred.
Keep her name. It makes the mail easier. Thank you from Fred the Mailman. I really think Fred, and maybe you and Fred should do this because you're like the small business or whatever business person, because the U.S. Mail isn't a small business by any means. Mm-hmm. But it would be great to have like a YouTube video from a career mailman who knows what he's doing to like
I don't think he
do
can,
all the right things to get the mail delivered.
I would love to talk about it. When I went to the post office last year, I was talking to actually I don't even know when anything was. I was talking to the guy who works there, and he's amazing. And I had messed up something, and I was like, man, I wish we learned this in school. I'm sorry. And he's like, we actually used to do a day where we would go to the school around the holidays and stuff and like teach kids this is how you mail things. He's like, we don't do it anymore. And I was like, oh, Like you need a YouTube channel or something.
Well, I do remember being in school and having someone come in. Or maybe it was just our teacher. I don't remember. But teaching us how to actually like write a letter, like where you put your name, where you put their address, where you put the stamp. I do remember that. I remember doing that for a check as well.
Full. The cup is full. Yeah, checks we learned. Kids these days don't know how to do any of that.
Although I will say, in the time I learned how to write a check in like elementary school, which was just stupid. Like, why are you teaching kids how to write checks? They're never going to. And then fast forward to the time I actually had to write a check, I basically forgot.
Neon Climber, what up?
Give me 1 second.
Fred said I used to go to junior high for career day, but like you were just recruiting.
I'm looking for, there it is, Stream Elements.
Danny said, I'm nervous about changing my last name. I have a nice Italian last name that starts with an A, and my husband's, and my fiance, has a basic last name that starts with a W. You're going to go from the top of the alphabet to the bottom? Don't change it.
But the best part is if you ever have to go back to school, you'll be sitting in the back if they seat you alphabetically. I was always in the middle.
Same.
All right, so the cup is clear. Now let's see if I can bring little baby Jake on here.
Dingaling? Did you accept him? You didn't accept him.
I didn't accept him yet. I know I didn't. I need to do that. And then move him.
Jake, don't do anything funny yet.
He won't. I think we're good.
You're not on yet.
Hold on. Jake.
Can you back up?
Oh, wait, no. I've got
No, stay there. Jake, your apartment looks so cute. I can't wait for
that we're doing this live.
I can't wait for everyone to see it. No. Well, we are. Everyone can see us. They can't see you yet.
Which is the way things should be.
No. Can't hear you yet either.
Hold on.
Wait until you see Jake's beautiful, beautiful outfit that he's wearing today, guys. You're a little close, but it's fine. Anthony needs to resize your video. We had the video set up for a college football player yesterday, so he needs to make it look different because you're smaller.
There we go. There we go. There is baby Jake.
Oh my God, it is just, by the way, it is just your face. So if you want to back up a little bit, you can.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
What a doll. Hi, but look at that sweater too. He's wearing a cool You Look Great sweater.
Wait.
Oh.
Can you see me now? Is this better?
Yeah, better.
That's much better. There we go.
Great.
Well, welcome to the show, baby Jake.
Thank you. How are you doing?
We're great. So yesterday you were watching the show because our newsletter went out, or you were watching an older show because our newsletter went out?
I was watching an older one. You were teasing a new episode with something that had already happened.
So you went back.
And so I clicked on the link and watched your old show, yeah.
Yeah. So, then we were like, Jake, come on the show tomorrow. And then like 5 minutes later, I realized that today is your birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear the song or not.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can. I can hear it.
You don't just dance like that without hearing it. Okay.
Well, I feel like we have more drinks here. And I know that, Jake, you probably have an apartment stashed with at least wine somewhere. Do you have wine with you right now?
Lots of it.
I think we should do a little drink for Jake's birthday. I know it's early.
Oh, gosh. Well, I got my free Starbucks this morning.
That doesn't count.
Oh, that's nice. What's in that cup?
I should add... Do I have anything to add to it?
I don't know.
Nothing good. Actually, what goes well with coffee that's like hard liquor?
I think just Bailey is right.
Vodka.
No, hard liquor. I'm talking like...
Do you have like a whiskey?
Tequila?
Oh, whiskey.
I don't know about coffee.
Yeah, I got that whiskey from our live stream a long time ago, the Slane whiskey.
I feel like that would go well with coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does anyone... do we have any...
Maybe pour it in a separate cup so you don't ruin your morning coffee.
Is Seattle Cocktail Club in here? Or any of the affiliated humans?
I'll pour it in a separate cup. Hang on.
Can you make it so that he's pinned and I'm not staring at my own face?
I could do that, yeah. Except it might change what we got here.
Oh, okay.
So no.
Can you make us go...
Sweatpants because I stood up. Oh, boy.
Oh, it did change.
Hold on. I got to move him back. Now it's just his face.
Oh, wait. Put
even
us
more.
back. Put us back. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So does anyone have questions for baby Jake? So Jake, you moved to Napa. What month did you move? I was actually trying to think about this.
May. So it's been almost 5 months.
So your first birthday away from home.
Wait, do you guys not have a drink?
We will, yeah.
Sorry. We have shots.
I hope my boss is not watching this.
It's we have
'Cause I'm
apple
working today.
apple cider and Jack Fire. We're not putting the whipped
These
cream.
are called. Yeah, we are.
Sorry though.
These
What
are
was your
called-
question? What am I doing for my first West Coast birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, your first birthday with no friends around you. What are you gonna do?
Oh, it's great. Actually, I am going out to dinner tonight with my group of friends that I met here.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to my favorite sushi spot, and I'm very excited. I've been there probably 14 times in the last 5 months.
Now, have you decided who's paying tonight? Like, are you all gonna split the bill, or are they all splitting the bill for your birthday?
Nobody's discussed it, so I
Oh, man.
assume I'm gonna put my card down like we're all splitting it.
Okay, that's awkward.
But do you secretly hope that they're going to split the bill and include your part in their check? And
Oh,
pay
of
for
course.
dinner. Okay, good.
It's Jake.
That's how it should
Yes.
happen, for the record.
All right, Jake. Happy birthday. We love you.
Love you,
Cheers.
buddy.
No, but it's so early. On Saturday or whenever it was, Sunday, we had a party by my pool here. And
We weren't invited.
everybody brought a bottle of Pinot Noir because that's my favorite wine. And we had pizza. And I bought the pizza.
Okay.
So I'm kind of expecting them to pay for dinner tonight.
They should, yeah. If you provided the food for your first birthday party, they should provide the food for your actual birthday party.
Claire and
Right.
Olympia said, make Jake uncomfortable and ask him about his dating life.
Well, and Jeff doesn't really get uncomfortable when you talk about his dating life.
Does anything make Jake
definitely
uncomfortable? I don't think anything does.
Yes.
I think women in general make him uncomfortable. I just don't think when he talks about dating them, he gets uncomfortable.
So we actually asked you permission to be able to talk about this on the show. And we did actually talk about it a few weeks ago. And we didn't say it was you specifically, Jake. And it was in September when we had this conversation about a friend of ours who had like a girl he was seeing who was like wishy-washy, going back and forth about if she wanted to be with him. And then he basically just dumped her ass. And it was you. So we want to talk about that with more specifics and what you went through, because I think you did the right thing. I know you think he did the right thing. I know John thinks you didn't do the right thing.
Well, let's just get into the specifics
But-
before we get
no.
into how people feel about it, because no one knows what we're talking about exactly. Explain where you met this girl.
We met on Hinge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how soon after meeting on Hinge did you guys actually meet up in person and speak? Or do other things?
Oh gosh. I feel like it was pretty quickly because I don't like to keep people on the apps for a long time
Okay.
because then you're just another name on the app, right?
Right.
So my goal is always get their phone number within 24 hours of talking to them
Oh, wow.
Damn.
and then set up a date as quickly as possible, like hopefully that same week, depending
Okay.
on what day it is.
Okay.
So I guess within a week. So I think I followed that rule with this girl.
So you get together. What was it like when you first hung out?
Oh, it was awesome. We went to the brewery and we just had a drink because she had work early the next day, so we only had one drink.
Oh, so this was
was
a
a pretty quick
weekday.
date.
This was a weekday date.
Yeah.
Wait, was this the girl that showed up late?
No.
That was a different girl? Wasn't there a girl that like showed up
Yeah.
super late?
Listen, sometimes people are late. I'm one of those people.
Okay, so continue. How did the date go?
Oh, my AirPods. What just happened?
Oh God.
I can't hear you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear me?
Wait, it's my AirPod issue. It's not a you issue.
Oh, okay. Oh, we'll wait.
Hang on. They just randomly disconnected.
Two people in the chat. Jake lives in Napa Valley, California. Moved there from New Jersey in May. He was born and raised in New Jersey and literally has lived nowhere else ever. before
Yeah.
now.
I've spent my entire life. Oh, did it work? Did it work? Did it
Hello,
work?
hello.
Hi.
We can
Wait.
hear you, but that's because it's coming
We
through a
good.
microphone. Okay.
We
Oh,
met at a brew. We had a beer.
it switched your mic. Now your mic is coming out of your AirPods.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jen said the same thing. AirPods are so random with connecting / disconnecting. Happens to me all the time.
My Beats that I have that I take to the gym are also made by Apple, and
Can you hear me better now?
yes, we can
Ooh.
hear you great. And that happens with me sometimes. I think sometimes they're picking up the Bluetooth connection of the phones I'm walking by instead of my phone if I
Maybe.
leave my phone a little further away from me.
It's the worst.
Okay, so you met up with this girl at the brewery. Each had a beer.
Stupid AirPods.
Well, how are you going to hear us?
Is it going to be a problem if I come through
No,
my
you're fine.
computer? Okay.
Shush,
sure it didn't
Android
synchronize.
people in the chat. Anthony has an Android.
Yeah, so
I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, so
Okay.
we met up for a drink. We had one drink. It was a really fun date, and we got back home, whatever, and I texted her and I said I had a really great time. I would love to do it again, right? I'm not a fan of like waiting so long.
The
Good for
game.
you.
I hate the game.
I'm not trying to play. I mean, you have to play the game to some extent, but like, I just wanted to text you and tell you I had a good time.
Yeah.
So then she texted me back the next morning because she was playing the game, and she said, I had a really great time too. I would love to see you again. Left it at that.
Okay.
So she had a super weird schedule. We were on complete opposite work schedules. We ended up seeing each other again probably 2 weeks later. And then things got super weird after that. And I don't know. I think now I know why. But I took her on this like super romantic second date, and it was awesome. And I had a really great time, and I thought she did too. And then I tried to set up a plan to hang out again, and she just got super wishy-washy. And every time I would suggest to hang out, it was like, I don't know about that day. I'll have to let you know.
How long did that go on for, the back and forth over the third date?
Oh,
Well, actually, I want to back you up because I think we have to get to a point before that.
Okay.
When you say a romantic date, explain this date and the romance, because I think we have to set the romance level of this date, because obviously you said the first one was at a brewery, which is like, I would say a 2 on the romance level.
Not any, no, less.
I mean, like going to a Five Guys is a 1. Okay. Going to a brewery is a 2. So what was the second date that you categorized as being more romantic, or very romantic, I think is what you said?
okay. I'm afraid to give this away because this is like my
Oh, this is your
go-to
thing?
spot. Yeah.
Okay, wait. This is gonna change things for me, I think.
Well, you don't have to give us the address.
Well, okay. I haven't done it. This was the first time I'd done it, and also the only time that I've done it so far.
Okay.
But basically, there's this spot that I really love here, and it's not a spot that anybody can go to. It's a spot that I have access to because of what I do.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna have to change another date now that I'm saying this. But anyway, we got takeout and went to this spot and ate in the back of my car, and it was incredible because like the sunset is amazing, and it's just like the most incredible views around here, and it's not a spot that anybody can go and see.
Okay.
Okay, I like that actually.
But as a second date, do I want to be sitting in a guy's trunk watching?
But
Yeah, what kind of car do you have? What kind of trunk is this?
it's an SUV, so it was big enough. It wasn't like a sedan.
You're in a Toyota Corolla.
It's like a Mazda
But
Miata.
we were at the point where she was texting me all the freaking time.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, she's like clearly into it. If she's talking to me all the time, she'll like tell me things, whatever. It was just all the signs were leading to I'm into this until it got to me trying to hang out for the third time.
Okay.
And I think, so anyway, I guess to wrap up the story though, I ended up cutting things off because I got tired of her just bailing on it. It was like 3 different times where we had a plan and then she would bail either the day before or the same day.
And she was like, her responses were kind of weird from what I remember when you were telling us. It was like, nah, or you asked her a straight up question, like, do you not want to be with people right now? Like, whatever you asked, you can explain it. And her response was weird.
Yeah, it was just, it was me trying to make a solid plan. And up to this point, the communication was great. It was like, I had a great time. Okay, I had a great time too. I want to see you again. Now it was like, I would invite her to a more casual thing now for the third date. I was like, oh, my friends and I are going to this. You should join us if you're around. And she'd be like, I don't know. I have to see. Or it was just super, super wishy-washy. And then it was like, she had made a plan to come hang out with my friends and I. And then it was literally like, I just didn't hear from her. And then 2 hours later, she was like, oh, I just woke up. Guess I'm not coming. LOL. Like,
I've been in that situation. I've actually had a girl do that with me inviting her out, where a couple times like she's like, oh yeah, I'll meet you there. And then at like 1 o'clock in the morning, she's like, oh my God, I fell asleep. I guess I can't meet up with you now.
But you actually do that to people.
I actually do that. So I couldn't really hold it against her. But
okay.
It was weird to invite her to hang with my friends on the third date, but I feel like I'm at the point in life where it's not weird for me, right?
No.
And if it's not weird for me, if it shouldn't be weird for the person that I want to be with.
Correct.
I actually think inviting someone to hang out with your friends is the least weird thing.
I agree too.
That's like my wheelhouse.
I did that on a first date recently.
And how did that go?
It was great. And then we had a second date, and then that was it.
There
Seems to be
was
a pattern here.
What is the second date, Jake? Are you? Maybe we should stop doing this cool Outlook trunk thing.
No, I didn't do the second
Okay.
date.
Oh, you didn't
with
put her
this
in your
other
trunk.
girl was nothing romantic. What?
You didn't put her in your trunk for the second date? Maybe that's
No,
the
second date
problem.
with this other girl was super, super casual.
I do think that you have to keep it casual for the first, like, I would say almost a dozen dates. And I'm going to tell you why.
This is my life.
I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, but it took him like 3 years to keep it casual.
Here's the interesting thing. I believe that if you go really fancy or extravagant early on, you're setting yourself up for failure. Or you're setting yourself up to just be broke and stressed out the rest of your life. As a guy, this is how we think normally. It's like, oh, well, and this is one of the reasons I don't usually get women jewelry, even though my dad's a jeweler. And I'll always say that. I'll say, I am not getting someone jewelry because at that point, what do you do after that? More jewelry, a car? I don't know.
I'll take a fucking car.
Like, I think you have to not set the bar low, but set the expectations for what you actually do.
So there is not one person in the chat, Anthony, that agrees with you over the dozen thing. They're like, okay,
a dozen is a lot.
It is a lot. Christy said maybe pre-COVID a dozen dates could happen fast, but like now it's more difficult.
Why?
Because it could be 2 to 3 weeks before I see you in between dates.
Why is that?
Then you're telling me just because people are busy and I don't know.
Also, I'm not the person who rushes into a relationship anyway, so I'll take 3 dozen dates before anything really materializes.
3 dozen dates. Oh my god. I think I have a conclusion though of why the girl didn't work.
Well, can you, before you tell us why it didn't work, can you kind of give us a brief of when you basically told her, "Nah, I'm done with this"?
Oh my gosh. I should have looked at that text before I came on here. Basically, I said, I had tried to make a plan. This was like my final straw. I was like, if she's wishy-washy with this one, I'm done. So I tried to make a plan, and she was like, yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to like figure it out closer or something. It was something where it was clear that she didn't actually want to hang out.
Yeah.
And so I texted her and I said, listen, I really have enjoyed hanging out with you. And like, I didn't want this to go this way because I really liked hanging out with you, but this is not working for me. So I forget exactly what I said, but it's something of like, this isn't working for me. And I thought she wasn't going to text me back because I'd sent the text to a bunch of my friends and half of you guys were like, you were a dick. And half of you were like, no, that's totally cool. And so then I got all self-conscious because I was like, oh, did that message just come off me sounding like a complete prick? And she sent a text back that was like, yep, I get it. I hope you find something that works for you.
See,
and that's proof that she was dicking you around.
I think it's you let her off the hook, which she probably wanted too. So you didn't want to deal. You didn't want to deal with the BS. She didn't want to have to tell you no all the time. So that text is exactly what both of you needed and wanted at that time.
I'm trying.
She liked keeping me around as like a emotional crutch, which happens to me a lot as a nice man. And but she just didn't want it to go anywhere. She just liked talking to me.
And there was nothing ever physical happened between the two of you.
We like kissed a few times.
Okay.
But that was also weird. When it was just weird. We would kiss and she would like not be into it.
Well, she was in your trunk, so that was probably the problem.
What is your reasoning then, Jake, as to why you think that she was just like, I'm done with this?
I think she was not looking for a relationship, and I had gone into it thinking that she was looking for a relationship because of the amount that she would talk to me.
Okay.
Right, so this other girl that I'd mentioned that I went on 2 dates with and it didn't work out, she would text me every 12 hours, right? So I was like, okay, it's very clear that you were just looking for something casual, and that's fine. I'll text you whenever I can. You text me whenever you can. This girl, constant communication. So I took that as, oh, you're looking for something here. But apparently I was wrong, and she was not looking for anything and just enjoyed talking to me.
Well, what is Jake looking for?
I guess I'm looking for something real.
He's looking for love.
So you want
not casual.
You want an actual girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever you want.
I don't like to say I'm looking for a relationship though, because then that puts so much pressure on every date.
You're not trying to just bang bitches. You're just trying to find something meaningful. That's all.
Right. I'm done with like casual hookups. It's whatever. I'm like not about it right now.
Okay, so let's say you meet a girl. What?
That's where back pocket bitch came from.
Yes.
We said she made you. Didn't we say she made you her back pocket bitch
Yeah,
what we
because
kept
she
saying.
would keep pushing me off.
Yeah, but you were convenient, and if she ever reached into her back pocket, you were there.
Yeah, and if she ever needed to talk or whatever, and
Yeah.
then she went on vacation for 10 days alone to like Portugal or something.
Alone.
But she talked to me the entire time. And I had thought we were getting closer and closer, and we were like bonding and like better than on our dates, which should have been a huge red flag in the first place. And then that was it. And I was like, all right, it's time to let you go because I don't want to be in your back pocket.
And I think what I said to Jake was, if you don't want to be a back pocket bitch, you don't deserve to be a back pocket bitch. Sometimes you want to be. Sometimes you're like, I just want this person to reach out to me when they need to like hook up or hang out, and I don't need all the extra crap from their life. But if you don't want to be that, then you've got to tell the person, and if they can cut you, but you have to also understand that they can cut you off and say, you know what, that's just not where I want this relationship to go, and now it's over. So you have to weigh those options out. You have to weigh the action with the what's the word I'm looking for? Repercussions.
I don't think it was ever going to work out with this girl that we're talking about. But I think if I would have been a better communicator or been like, hey, where's your head at? I think it could have worked out because at that time, if she just wanted something casual, I probably would have been like, yeah, sure. Let's like just keep it.
But it's also tough.
That's a weird conversation to have date 1 and date 2, though.
That's what I was going to say. That's like a weird place while you're getting to know someone to also jump a couple rungs up that ladder and figure out like, oh, well, if this works out, like, what are we going to look for? Is it going to be casual? Is it going to be serious? Are we going to just take it wherever it goes? So that's a tough thing to do that early on if you're just making out with her in your trunk.
I think also if it was going to work, we wouldn't have needed that. Hey, what's going on?
It's true.
Like, obviously, you have to, like define the relationship and whatever. But what happens then when I find somebody whose energy matches me like from the get-go?
B. Chantilly in the chat, in all caps, said, wait, I think I am a back pocket bitch and I have back pocket bitches.
But here's the thing.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, and
As
here's
long
what
as
I
you
will
know.
say. If you also are in possession of some back pocket bitches, then you can't be mad
Like
if
Polly
someone...
Pockets.
Yeah, you can't be mad if someone has you in their back pocket, right? The way you treat other people and the way you carry yourself in other relationships, you can't be mad if someone treats you or carries that relationship the same way. So, I mean, listen, as long as... I don't think back pocket bitch is necessarily a negative thing.
No.
It
just sounds fun.
It's just what you want. Do you want a back pocket bitch? Do you want to be one? Or do you want something that's more front pocket? Maybe even a chest protector.
Right.
Like you have it right here on your front pocket in your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
This situation
that.
was just, it was very clear that I was looking for something, and she definitely knew that and was just kind of playing games. And then I was like, all right, I'm done with this. Like, I'm just wasting my time and missing opportunities to meet other people.
Now, have you met other people since then?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because that would be real depressing if you were like, I'm going to meet all these other people. See you later. And then you met 0 people.
Danny,
No, it was a good decision.
Danny from Florida said, keep your standards high, Jake. Don't take crap. You deserve the best. Truth.
Thanks.
Truth.
I know. Well, I'm really good at hiding red flags or ignoring them.
Your own or like theirs?
Both.
Theirs. Which is why I think I kept this going for so long.
Well, you say so long. So what was like from first matching on Hinge and talking to saying peace out? How long was that? Like 3 months?
Probably at least 2 months.
Okay. It's funny because for me, like, and this is how everyone has their own standards and their own like kind of path in relationships. For me, that's super short.
Yeah, Anthony had like back pocket bitches for like 8 months at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, Anthony and I would never work out because we're on such different. We're on like such a different emotional level. Like, I get attached to people quickly, right? And then I've been really trying to like distance myself and take things slower, but then like when the right person comes around, I'm not going to have to feel like I have to do something.
I agree with you. And I'm with you, Jake, where like I am like, oh, I like this. And if I like something, I want it as much as possible all the time, no matter what it is, whether it's a food, a cat, a person, whatever it is. I'm like, why do I have to play this game? I want it. And I think you have always put Anthony, have always put like a guard up because you're scared of what will happen if you do like something that much, and you don't want to deal with all of the things that comes with.
Yes and no. I think I don't like necessarily the responsibility of relationships. It's not actually the person. It has very little to do with the person. It's the things in a relationship that take up your personal time that don't have to do with that relationship, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I understand that there's also responsibility in relationships. It's one of the reasons I don't have a lot of like long-term committed relationships, because I don't need that many people being attached to me in that way throughout my life. And there are some people you meet. That
Jake's
you know.
Confused.
You just said you don't have a lot of long-term relationships because you don't want them attached to you. This sounds like you're flipping your issues onto them.
No, it's both. It's both. I mean the attachment itself.
You mean, I know what you're
not
trying to
necessarily
say.
being attached to me. That attachment itself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once you have a committed boyfriend or girlfriend, like that person is part of your story. That person is part of your narrative, whether you like it or not. So I am very particular about who I bring into my story.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, it's been over 2 years now since I've had any actual relationship.
Wow.
Right? So I'm kind of with you there, where it's like when I bring somebody in, if I'm like going to make somebody my girlfriend now, like that's going to be a huge deal to me.
Yeah, like we're all going to know her.
Right. And that's scary because, you know.
And that's the whole thing. I don't need to bring people into my story and make it a big deal unless I'm absolutely sure that it's worth it. If I'm going to cast someone in my movie, I want to make sure that character deserves to be in the story.
Okay, that's fair, Anthony. But then what Jake's doing, is Jake actually casting people into his movie, or is he just auditioning people?
I think Jake has a thorough audition process.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that.
All right.
That sounds so strange, but that's really how it is, right?
That's what it is.
I think what Jake is doing...
Just get a casting couch.
Oh, God.
In your house.
You have a comfy couch.
What'd you say?
It's not
you
black leather.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this turned into, as someone in the chat said, Renee said, relationship therapy over here.
I think talking about relationships is one of the easiest things you can talk about as long as you're honest. Because it's something that everyone thinks about at some point. It's something that we've all hopefully gone through at some point. And sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're terrible. You have the whole range of emotions when you're talking about relationships. And everyone's got a unique perspective.
Yeah.
Damn. Everyone in the chat's like, damn, casting. I like that.
That's what you're doing. You're casting people to be in your movie.
Your life movie.
And that's why it's weird to me when people have like a lot of boyfriends or girlfriends. Because I'm like, well, then do none of them matter?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I go.
Yeah, it's like, do you just attach to the person too quickly, or like bring them onto your screen too quickly?
Yeah.
Or was there really something there?
Exactly.
I mean, I learned from a lot of my past relationships that some of them I probably should have known from the start that it wasn't really going to be the right thing for me. And I think that's why, like, now me letting that girl go and like sending that text message and just being like, okay, you know what, this is not working, was huge for me, because it was a moment where I realized, like, I know what I want.
Yep.
And I don't want to be dicked around, and you're dicking me around.
Yeah, Jake.
Hell yeah.
It is also Jake's birthday for the record.
And
then
what?
Is this weird? I'm going to ask Carla Marie because I want to know your answer too, Anthony, but I think Carla Marie's answer will be more accurate.
Okay. Hit me with
Up
it.
until very recently, when I would swipe up on my Instagram story and you can see like the first 15 people or whatever, this girl's name would show up.
Okay.
So she's like been watching every single thing that I'm doing on Instagram.
But not anymore.
I don't know. She doesn't show up on the top anymore.
Oh, okay. So what is the question?
Is that strange that she's watching everything I'm doing, even though she didn't actually want to be with me?
Yes and no. I feel like sometimes people just, first of all, there could just be a chance that you're just showing up and she's like, fuck. And then she just, was it every Instagram slide or was it like the first one? Okay.
Everyone.
So I don't necessarily think it's weird. I think it almost proves that she didn't care. Like, she's just watching as a friend and just curious what you're doing. If she actually liked you, she'd be responding to the stories. Or if she actually missed you, I think she'd be like doing the reactions to it. I think she's probably just like, not want to say stalking, just watching. I don't think there's any intent behind just watching someone's Instagram
I think it's something that we like to read into, but at the end of the day, it's an algorithm that makes no sense that we don't control. There are so many people who show up in my first couple like stories on my Instagram page that I've either never talked to or don't talk to very often or don't talk to anymore, but they're there. And it's like, I don't scroll through. Not many people will open up Instagram and scroll until they find the person whose story they want to see.
Never.
Right.
You kind of just start looking just like your feed. Whoever's there is who you're going to see. So I think it's something that we like to put thought behind, but at the end of the day, it's a computer telling us what we should see and who we should interact with.
Yeah, I don't know if she's trying to tell you anything there.
And if she used to, when you guys first started talking, if she was liking all your pictures and you guys were commenting or DMing back and forth, that's going to end up, because of the algorithm, on top of her feed.
Right.
And then she's going to end up viewing your stuff.
No, I don't think it was her trying to tell me anything. And I'm like, even if she was like, hey, we should give this another chance, I'd be like, nah.
Good.
Even if she reached out in a week and said, hey, would you just like to grab a drink? I feel like, I want to talk to you and see if there's something here.
No.
And so she's done.
She's done, because what's the point? Like, if she wasn't into it she was the only time I got that she was very into it was after that first date. If I don't get the feeling that you're very into it in the stage that you should be very into it,
that's fair.
How is this ever going to turn into anything? It's not. It just was never going to happen.
But what is very into it after date 1 or date 2?
The fact that so here's a great example. After date 1, I said I had a great time, whatever. She said, yeah, I had a great time too. Then after the second date, I was like, hey, that was really fun. We should do this again. She's like, yeah, I had a good time too.
Okay, Jake,
that's a little much.
No. Because I'm a serious overthinker, but it was just the energy that she put out after the first date was so much different.
I'll give you that.
So it wasn't like, hey, your wording is different, but even though it was, right? Because that's like the energy that she's giving out. And she was like, yeah, whatever, that was cool. And the first date, she was like very clearly way more into it.
Okay. Well, maybe she just didn't like that second date that you thought was very romantic and awesome.
Save that for like date 5, Jake.
Well, she didn't like it because she wasn't looking for anything serious. So she's like, oh, this dude's taking me on a romantic ass date and I don't even want to have serious dates.
Do you have mini golf near you? Maybe you should do that.
Yeah, maybe we should do some fun things.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was cool.
Have him come over to your apartment and do a wine tasting.
That's a fun idea.
Wait,
doesn't everyone there work in the wine industry though, for the most part?
Most people.
It's crazy. We were talking about you the other day with a bunch of friends.
That's fun.
Telling them about your job.
I talk about you all the time.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to let you get back to work. Actually, your workday just started, right?
Yeah, 3 minutes ago.
All right, well, thank you for hanging out with us, Jake. Happy birthday. We love you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. It's always fun talking to you.
Don't pay for dinner. Don't pay for dinner tonight. You look great. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Now we get the awkward end of the call thing.
Well, because you weren't supposed to grab the mouse away from me. There we go.
Sorry.
See, there's a system to everything that we do.
Mm-hmm. And I'm here to fuck it up.
She is. If you noticed, our screen, I'm like leaning onto Carla Marie's chair.
I know. We were both like, I wanted to ask Jake what he thought about the husband thing. The photo.
Oh, he can tell us on Thursday when he watches. But it is 9:00. It is time for us to get out of here. Carla Marie will have explain what this is if people just joined us, because I don't even know how to explain this thing.
I'm going to put the link in here again if you want to buy it. It's only like $8.
And we get nothing from this, by the way. It's a random Etsy store that Carla Marie went to.
This girl is going to be like sketching like crazy right now.
Okay, well, what is it?
It is a husband reading and drawing. Future husband reading and drawing. The explanation is, I had to put in my birth date for some reason because I guess that's how she sees me in the stars.
Hold on. I'm going to pull this screen you got it. On our little computer here. Hold on 1 second.
So impatient. I am so impatient. Somehow, I have cats though.
Okay, so this is what it looks like.
Okay, so
future husband reading and drawing.
So
$8 and what? 32 cents? Like, how did she even come up with that?
Okay, it's on sale, I think. Have you ever wondered who you are, what awaits you in the near future, what chances to meet your love, and what will your future husband look like? Tarot cards know the answers to these questions. We will dive into a fascinating journey together. I will show what the zodiac forecast says for you this month, what type of person is your soulmate. We will also lay out the tarot cards, and I'll read what each card says about you, your soulmate, and how close you'll be. Wait, am I supposed to be on a call or something?
It seems like it, which you have to record. You have to do it through here and record the whole thing.
No.
So you have to figure that out.
I'm pretty sure I get it as an email because it says, I will send a file to the email link to your Etsy account within 24 hours after your order.
All right. Well, I would actually, I know Created by Cooper said this in the chat. What if I'm married? Would she draw my husband? Would she know? You should test it out. But it's also...
Ooh, you're playing with fire.
You're also playing with fire because it says future husband on there, right? So like, what does it say? Yeah, future husband. So that could mean...
I'm going to die.
That if she draws someone else, it's not that you're married to the wrong person. It's just you're going to be married to someone else later. Who knows?
I like looking at the reviews. They're all good. What is this one? 4 out of 5 stars. First off, I want to say no hate to any of these readings. I do appreciate the work and effort. Ultimately, I believe no one can see exactly what or who your person is, especially not... It doesn't show me more. Oh, especially not through the internet.
That's fair. So we are going to reveal this person and the review and all of that stuff on Thursday.
By the way, there are like 30 people on Etsy that do this.
So how'd you find this one? Just randomly?
I did. Yeah, random.
It's not even the most reviewed person on Etsy?
I don't know.
You got some hack?
I think I didn't want to spend $25.
Well, you're going to get not $25 worth.
I'm going to start doing it. I can sketch and Procreate.
Remember, before you do anything today, if you want to be part of our bingo, Boozy Drag Queen bingo stream, all you've got to do, you don't have to put the link in there.
I was going to do exclamation point.
All you've got to do is type in exclamation point and the word bingo in the chat right now. Go ahead, give it a try. A link will come up. Today is the last day that you can buy that. The actual stream is going to be next Wednesday, the 20th. So make sure, and by the way, it's less than finding out your future husband, depending on which one you buy, I guess.
Yeah, not if you buy the $8 one.
Not if you buy the $8 one. But yeah, exclamation point bingo. There it is in the chat. SeattleCocktailClub.com/events is the link you're going to be looking for. If you're watching this on YouTube later, the link will be in the description of this video and probably yesterday's video as well. So make sure, please, because once today passes, once 12 o'clock hits tonight, we can't do anything to help you. Mm-hmm. That's it. That is your last time to buy it. So do it today. Exclamation point bingo in the chat.
And Martha said, are there going to be drink recipes? Yes, we're going to get with Seattle Cocktail Club. They're going to post drink recipes. And yeah, it's going to happen. We're going to make them do it. If they don't, they will. Wait, what? Danny said, does it start right at 5:30 Pacific time next Wednesday? So we'll like go on at 5:30. We're not going to be like B1 at 5:30. We'll just make sure everything's situated. We'll explain the cards. We'll explain also as we go throughout the night. But I'd say maybe by 5:45, like the actual game will start. 8:45 for you East Coasters.
Yep. So make sure you are ready. Make sure you buy your bingo box today. Peace out.
Peace out, Cups.